started just like that. Work hard and play hard and grind hard. I'll be right back.
Hey everyone, welcome to the RDG Sports Channel with your boy RDG. We are in the building. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button, and please don't hesitate to hit that notification button. Everything is free. Everything. I want to take a look at this offense, the offensive side of the ball, mainly the offensive lineman. I want to explore that because there's a lot of concerns amongst the fans, and rightfully so, because our offensive line haven't proven to anybody the last 2 years that they can block anything, that they can block a cold from entering your body. So I would like to explore and examine and talk a little bit about the offensive linemen amongst some of the offensive players that we have. Let's see. Let me start with, let's say, Brandon Coleman, right? I'm penciling him in as a starting left tackle. I know we have Cornelius Lucas, right there in the cut, waiting, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen Cornelius Lucas already. And although he's a solid player, I think Brandon Coleman is a little bit more the type of guy that I would want to walk in a dark alley with and feel confident that I know if it's three guys and it's two of us, I know we'll come out victorious. Because my back against the wall, I'm going to scrap. And Brandon Coleman looks like a guy that he's going to lay it all on the line for you. He's a humble guy, big, strong, physical guy. Need to work on a few things, but that's why we got coaching. That's why it's the development stage. But I think in order for this guy right here to develop, I think you got to throw him out there. I think he got to see the action and get the action and absorb the action in order for him to really give you his all. I know we're going to have training camp. I know he's going to get coached up very well and stuff like that. But I like to see him against other opponents, like, when we play against the Miami Dolphins, see how he hold up against those guys and stuff like that. Because I really like Brandon Coleman. I've been looking at his highlights, and he's a mean guy with big hands, man, and he's strong. You know what I'm saying? He just got to work on, holding his blocks, consistently, and don't give up on the play. If he could just hold his blocks all the way through and don't give up on the play too soon and work on his footwork a little bit, I think this guy going to be, somewhat of a I hate to say Trent Williams, but he's going to be rock solid over there as long as he get coached up very well. It's important for Brandon Coleman to get coached up and get the experience, and I think you need to play him. And you got a guy like Jayden Daniels and Alex Akingbalu. Those are the guys backing up Cornelius Lucas along the depth chart for left tackle. Now you got Nick Allegretti. Nick Allegretti was with the Kansas City Chiefs, and he played on that Super Bowl team, and he performed well in the Super Bowl. He held his own in the Super Bowl. Actually, I'm anxious to see what Nick Allegretti is going to give us at that left guard spot. I think he's an upgrade over Chris Paul. We've seen Chris Paul. Ricky Stromberg could play that position, but we drafted him strictly for center, but he's position flex, as Ron Rivera would say in the past. That's the reason why they drafted him. But we're going to try him out at left guard also, just to see. We want the best players out there. I know they signed Nick Allegretti, but we want the best players out there. Chris Paul, needs more coaching. Ricky Stromberg is a strong guy. I keep calling him Stromberg. But Stromberg, he's just a pretty strong guy, young guy. Hasn't proven anything, but I'm anxious to see what he can do, with more playing time, preseason games, practice, stuff like that. I'm anxious to see that. And Julian Good-Jones, I'm not familiar with that guy, so I can't really speak on him, but he's all the way on the depth chart. He's fourth on the depth chart, so I guess that's really not nothing to speak on. I guess he'd be a practice squad guy or a special teamer, more likely practice squad guy. Our center that we acquired from Dallas, Tyler Biotish, from what Dallas fans are saying, like he's not that good, but once he came to here, once he came here in Washington, of course they're going to say that. That's like we had a player and we let him go to Dallas. We're going to try to talk bad about him neither, you know what I'm saying? Also, so, that remains to be seen with Tyler Biotish. From what Dan Quinn was saying and other coaches and analysts was saying that the guy's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He's not a Pro Bowler or nothing like that. He's not the best center in the league or nothing like that. But for what we are looking for the time being, because like I told you guys in earlier previous videos, that you're not going to fix the offensive line in one particular off season. You know what I'm saying? All you could do is scheme it up and fill in the gaps. And Michael Dieter is his backup, second on. There's no one else that we have as center, but Ricky Stromberg can also play center. So we do got guys that can play the position. If Tyler Biotish was to go down, we got guys that can play that position. And our best lineman from last year was Sam Cosby at right guard. Mason Brooks is second on the depth chart and no one else on the third and fourth. Sam Cosby proven that he can hold his own if you just leave him alone. Like you said, put me at a spot, let me go eat. That's basically paraphrasing for what he was saying. That's basically what he was saying. Put me in a spot and let me go eat. You know what I'm saying? Sure, I could play tackle and stuff like that, but you put me at tackle, let me hone in that position, and I promise you I'll be a solid player over there, solid to good or to great. But right now he's holding it down at right guard, and I think Sam Cosmi, as of right now, is our best offensive lineman, barring what Nick Allegretti or Brandon Coleman, because we don't know anything about these two other than Nick played with Kansas City and won a Super Bowl, and Brandon was a solid player in college, and Tyler Biotish, like I said, let's see how he works with us. Dallas fans, you let them tell it, he was no good. Sam Cosmi, easily our best offensive lineman so far. Andrew Wiley kind of concerns me. I'm still like on the fence with Andrew Wiley. It's hard. He started playing solid towards the last 5 games of the season. I think it took a while for him to adjust. And once he got comfortable, he really held down that position. So I'm still on the fence for Andrew Wiley. I need to see more from him. But right now, I'm just going to mark him as like a D plus, because early in the season he was like an F- grade. And I know that's being too harsh, but and Sam Howell, I know Sam Howell is on another team, and some may say, why are you talking about Sam Howell? Well, Sam Howell was part of the reason why we're in this position right now of having a guy like Jayden Daniels here, and also Andrew Wiley, Cosby, Biotis, Allegretti. Well, Allegretti wasn't here. Biotis wasn't here also. Coleman wasn't here, so it would be unfair. But guys that was here last year, they were bad, but also was it more so Sam Howell making those guys look bad? So that's why I'm making this video to let the fans know, don't hit the panic button so soon, because it might have not been the entire offensive line itself. It could have been more so Sam Howell holding the ball too long, slowing his progressions. We all know in this league, 3 to 5 seconds is all you have, and 5 seconds is really, really pushing the limit, pushing the envelope. That's what quarterbacks like Mahomes buying time, Jalen Hurts buying time, Buffalo Bills quarterback buying time. Those sorts of guys, man. If you're not one of those type of guys that buy time, 5 seconds is pushing it. You got to get 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. You got to get that ball out. You better start getting that ball out, or trying to buy some more time to let those receivers get open. If you're not familiar with the offense, stuff like that, I suggest you buy some time. Learn how to manipulate the pocket, and give yourself some time. I'm feeling pretty solid about this offensive line, although, we got two mainstays, Cosme and Wiley. I feel like the other three guys are all three upgrades, if you ask me. And plus, you got a guy like Zach Ertz blocking, Ben Sinnott, John Bates. All those guys are blocking, so you got to feel pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Monty Rogers. I don't know about his blocking, but I know he's a damn good receiver. Now, speaking of all that, let's talk about the other offense. This is the prediction. Let's go down the list. Jayden Daniels, of course, starting at quarterback. Austin Eckler, they got him. Although Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, to me, I like Chris Rodriguez Jr. That's just my opinion. Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Luke McCaffrey, no surprise there. But you got three guys that's going to battle Luke McCaffrey, and nothing is given. Nothing is given. This just projected early prediction. James Crowder, Demir Bird, and Cashmere Allen is the guys that's second, third, and fourth on the depth chart. Luke McCaffrey, I like Luke McCaffrey. I'm gonna get to that, but let's start off with the running back. Austin Eckler was one of my favorite running backs within the last 4 to 5 years. I really like Austin Eckler, man. I think he's a guy that's going to give you his all. He's going to give you his blood, sweat, and tears. He got a little turnover issues and health issues. If he can clean those things up, this guy easily top 10 running back in the entire NFL. Easily. You got a guy like Brian Robinson Jr., who's a hard runner, who's proven that he can catch out of the backfield and take it to the house. He's proven that already. He demonstrated that 2 times in one game last year against the Seattle Seahawks. So he's proven that. Chris Rodriguez is a guy that can really run between the tackles. He's real shifty, and he's going to give you his all. Jeremy Nichols, don't know nothing about him, not too much about him, so I really don't have too much to say about him. But I know those three guys, Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson Jr., and Chris Rodriguez Jr., is easily top 5 running back trio in the league. And I'm speaking that to existence already. Top 5 trio of running backs in the league. Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson. I'm going to do these two together. Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson, I think, is going to feed off each other because of Jayden Daniels. He's already demonstrated with tight coverage in his college career that he could drop dimes in there. He's already demonstrated early on in OTA sections that he can drop dimes with Jahan Dotson or Terry McLaurin. Not saying that they're Brian Robinson and neighbors, but you got to also, Neighbors and Brian Robinson Jr. was also going against college competition. This is the NFL where everything is tight. So he's used to throwing in tight coverage because he was throwing in tight coverage when he had Neighbors and Brian Robinson Jr. in the SEC. The SEC is the closest thing to the NFL when it comes to honing in on your experiences, honing in on sharpening up your game, honing in on going against the best competition that's going to mirror the NFL's competition. Not quite, but it's going to come close to mirroring what the NFL has to offer. So those guys are two fast guys, but he had Neighbors and Brian Robinson, who was extremely fast. Terry McLaurin has got their type of speed. Jahan Dotson, tidbit slower, but he's still quick. You can't sleep on Jahan Dotson. Once he, like Terry McLaurin said in OTAs, he got excited when his hand placement off the line of scrimmage is gotten good. So maybe that can give him some early separation to do his thing out there and become open for those quarterbacks. A guy like Jayden Daniels, who really don't need you to be open. You know what I'm saying? This guy gets the ball out quick. He's got good accuracy, nice touch on his ball. So, let's see what happens in that situation with Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson as far as their numbers and production. Luke McCaffrey, this guy, I want to get to this guy. This guy, he's a hard-nosed player, man. He's genuinely what you call a football player. He goes out there, for what I say in college and what I'm saying in practice, this guy nonstop. He's got a big-time motor. It doesn't shut off. He's always looking to run with his hair on fire. This guy is going to be an excellent addition to our offense because this guy is never going to quit. When it comes to that scramble drill, I think this guy, Luke McCaffrey, is going to be his best friend. It's going to be more like a tight end than a wide receiver. This guy is going to be Jayden Daniels' best friend. Mark my words. If he's starting, Zach Ertz, old shifty veteran, man, crafty veteran, man. He's going to go out there. He's going to block. He's going to catch everything that's in his vicinity. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do a good job of route running. He's going to be Jayden Daniels' best friend. This offense, to me, is going to be a lot different than it was last year. I think with those guys right there, those skill guys right there, along with some of the backups like Dommy Brown, a speed guy like Demir Bird, Cashmere Allen, I like him on punt returns, but I want to see what he can do as a wide receiver. And don't forget a guy like Ben Sinnott. I'm high on Ben Sinnott. I think this guy is going to be excellent, given if they utilize him the correct way. John Bates continue to be that blocker that we need when we go to them 3 tight end sets. Cole Turner, man, I really was high on Cole Turner last year. But Cole Turner, it's like you got a guy like Zach Ertz, Ben Sinnott, and then you got John Bates, who's very dependable in blocking. It's going to be hard for Cole Turner to be that 4th tight end or Monty Rogers. Depending on what Monty Rogers can do with the blocking, he may overtake John Bates. It's going to be rough, but that's a good problem to have when you got good players. These are the type of problems you have right here, man. You can go any way as long as you got Zach Ertz and Ben Sinnott. That one last spot, because I think they're only going to carry 3 tight ends. That one last, well, maybe 4. Those 2 last spots, man, it's going to be crucial, man. It's really going to be crucial. I don't know. I just don't know. It's going to be tough. But anyway, I just wanted to give an early assessment on the offense. I was just online and I seen the prediction that they got Jayden Daniels, Austin Eckler, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Luke McCaffrey, and Zach Ertz as the early skilled starting group. And for the offensive linemen, it's Brandon Coleman, Nick Allegretti, Tyler Biadasz, Sam Cosme, Andrew Wiley. Interesting to see those battles come to fold in training camp and in preseason. This is going to be excellent, man. I cannot wait for the competition to excel in preseason and training camp, man. I'm going to be all eyes in, and I know everyone else is, man. But Jayden Daniels, if they can keep him upright, and if he can do what he did in college, man, replicate what he did in college, sky's the limit for our offense. But it'll be more to come. We're going to see what happens, during preseason, training camp, stuff like that. Well, anyway, I thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the RDG Sports Channel. Be sure to tune in the next time I drop. Please make sure you hit the notification button. And new videos be coming soon. New things to talk about with this Commanders team. This is going to be an excellent offseason, and I can't wait. For the next time, RDG. Peace.